Wow, wow, wow. Have you seen the TV program called The Bear? The Bear. It came out last year and that was season 1. And then this year, recently, in about the last month, came out season 2. I watched season 1 on Hulu. I believe the original station is FX, but season 2 is also on Hulu. And season 2 was even better than season 1. Oh my gosh, it was such a good show. We do a lot of driving, and I find a lot of solace and relaxation in some TV programs and movies. And this is one season of TV that was pretty epic. And what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to pull out 5 lessons, 5 things you can learn that allow you to make more money as a driver, lessons you can learn by watching The Bear. So this is going to be a great video. And stick around because I'm going to share with you my favorite episode of season 2 and tell you why it's my favorite one. All right. So for all you Bear fans out there, and for all of you who have never even heard of The Bear, stick around. I got some pretty cool images, and I'll share a little bit of the storyline. And if you get the bug, you are going to love your experience of watching 2 full seasons of The Bear. So all that and more. Everybody, it's Jay Crater with the RideShare Guy, drinking a little Nespresso. Just brewed it so it's nice and hot. Okay, so what you're looking at right now, this is background, is an image of the bear and the main people in it. The main character is the guy in the middle. His name is Carmine Berzotto, I believe. So the bear, and there are some people that work in the restaurant, some family members, and if you watch the show, you'll quickly learn who all those people are. I'm not going to get into all of them in detail here because I want you to go and watch the show. So when it comes to TV programs, number 1 on my list is The Sopranos. I've watched it 2 times all the way through. Number 2 is Game of Thrones. Honorable mentions go to Breaking Bad and Mad Men, right? This is going into that pantheon among the greats for a season of TV, season number 2. And I learned a lot. I was inspired, and I'm going to share with you the 5 things that I learned that will make me a better driver, and I think can make you a better driver as well. Number 1 is teamwork, right? Teamwork. So you are working, I am working, we are working as drivers in conjunction with our team, right? Our team, which is our passengers, right? We also have a team in that, if we have an issue, we can go to Uber and Lyft for help. We also have a team in the RideShare Guy where you can go and learn things about how to become a better driver. We even have a weekly show called Show Me the Money Club where you can go and you can make comments and engage with some people who really know what they're doing. So teamwork. The image you're looking at here comes from a great episode of season 2 called Honeydew. And the man on the right, his name is Marcus, and he works at the restaurant in Chicago with Carmi, and he's a pastry chef. And they sent him to Copenhagen to learn from the guy on the left whose name is Luca. And it was really wonderful to watch how Luca worked with Luca, who's got a tremendous amount of experience and is world-renowned pastry chef, and how he's teaching, how he's taken the time to patiently show Marcus how to do certain things, even like how to scoop ice cream so that it comes out in this perfect little oblong. You're going to be fascinated by the details that you'll learn watching this show. And one of the things I've learned is the importance of teamwork. Number 2 that you can learn is customer service. We are in the customer service business. We get a human being, put them in our car, and drive them, right? We provide a clean car. We provide an environment that smells good. We provide smooth driving. We provide conversation if that's required, right? So these are the things that are involved with our customer service. Now, in the restaurant business, customer service has even more components, right? So one of the things which you see in here is the character on the left, his name is Richie, and the character on the right, played by Olivia Colman, is a really experienced chef that he's learning from. And what she's doing is peeling mushrooms right there. And this is my favorite episode. I told you I'd tell you my favorite one. It's number 7, and it's called Forks. And in this episode, Richie is transformed from kind of an angry, I don't care much about the restaurant business kind of guy to a guy who really gets it. He works for 1 week at a 3-starred Michelin restaurant. And the energy of that 3-starred Michelin restaurant is so customer focused. And he really learns that there's an art to it, and there's tremendous satisfaction when you give people exactly what they want and more. And as drivers, if we can give people what they want and a little bit more, they're going to give us big tips. And what he's doing here in this scene is she's trimming mushrooms, which is not necessary, but he asks her, why is she doing that? Why is she, who's in charge of this restaurant, doing this menial task? And she says it's time well spent because it lets the customers know that they care about even the presentation of a mushroom. So that episode is called Forks, and I highly recommend it. So I'm really excited for you if you haven't watched The Bear yet. Number 3 is adaptability. So clearly you're seeing in this show how they're adapting to different challenges. They basically, from season 1 to season 2, they're changing the restaurant from it being called The Beef, being just kind of a corner Italian beef restaurant, to being more of an upscale destination restaurant called The Bear. And they come into all kinds of challenges, and you really learn about the importance of being adaptable. And in the same way, like right now, as a driver, we're dealing with a slowdown. How do we adapt to that? I just recently, and for the last 2 months, I haven't gotten any bonuses offered to me from Lyft. How do I adapt to that, right? So becoming more adaptable, more flexible, you learn a lot about that watching The Bear. 4th thing is attention to detail, right? Everything matters. Every second counts. In fact, that's put up on the walls. It says every second counts, so that you're thinking about what you're doing and how it is moving the restaurant closer to providing excellent service and excellent food for the customers. So as drivers, it does make a difference if the car is clean, as opposed to the car, not being clean. For me, it makes a big difference if my car is full of gas versus half a tank, right? I'm a better driver when I have a full tank of gas because I don't have to worry about, finding a gas station to fill up my car. If I just had a smoker in my car and the car smelled of nicotine, I need to make sure I roll the windows down and spray the ozone, right? Attention to detail makes all the difference, and that translates into better tips, right? Attention to when the bonuses are, attention to when the busiest times are. These are all things that go into this mix that will have you ultimately earning as much money as possible per hour. And number 5 is time management. That's the other thing that I learned more about watching The Bear, is how important is my time, right? As I said, every second counts. And that's a theme that goes through all of the episodes, is that every second counts. So how much time am I spending doing this versus that, right? These are the kinds of questions you can ask yourself as a driver to determine what's the most efficient use of your time to achieve the things that you want to achieve. What you're seeing here is Carmi. He, in the final episode, when they open the restaurant on the big night of their opening, he gets locked into the freezer. And that's him sitting in the freezer. So that means that everybody else has to pick up the slack, right? And get everything done. So real emphasis on time management, because there's kind of this catastrophe that happened where he's locked in the freezer. Spoiler alert. But you still watch it. It's a small part of the final episode. And they have to, manage their time so that they can get the food out and keep the customers happy, even though Carmi is locked in the freezer. Key takeaways. I loved this show. This is right up there with the shows I mentioned, and you can't go wrong spending, I think there's 8 episodes times 2, so 16 episodes. The episodes are, for the most part, are half an hour, so you can go through them pretty quick. There's only one amazing episode in the season 2 that's an hour long, and super intense family Christmas episode. Just a great show. So watch the show, be entertained by the show, And I guarantee you're going to be inspired by some of the things you're going to learn or relearn or see in a different way that will impact you, the way you drive, and also how you relate to other people. It's just a fantastic experience, and I'm envious, if you haven't watched The Bear, that you're going to get to go and do that. So enjoy The Bear and all the lessons it can bring to you. All right? This is Jay Crater. I want to say thanks for watching the show. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, subscribe. We're always trying to take different approaches to impart the importance of making as much money as you can in the shortest amount of time. That's what we're all about. Thanks for watching. Go tell somebody you love them. Have a great day and be safe out there. Bye for now.